Hey everyone, what's up? It's your boy Esteban. I thought it was appropriate to do a video for Motivational Monday. I've never done one before, so this is going to be kind of brand new for me. I had some time, so I thought, why not? I was inspired, and I really hope that I can motivate someone. Um, if I can impact one life at least, I think it would be such a blessing and such an honor in disguise because in reality, I love helping other people, and I just want to know that at least somebody can benefit from this video. So before I move forward with the video, I just want to introduce myself. Like I said, my name is Esteban, 25, turning 26 in February. I love I love helping other people and I love motivating other people, whether it's on social media, in person, whatever. I really, really enjoy it. I don't know. I guess I do know why. I guess I do it because it's such an amazing feeling. It really is. It gives me such a great like motivation for myself as well to remind myself. It's a friendly reminder to remind myself that I matter as a human being. I have suffered from depression. I have been a suicide victim. I've had a lot of suicide thoughts. And, I kind of wanted this video to kind of be about some of those things that I've gone through because I feel like, like I said earlier, hopefully someone can benefit from it. But, I wanted this motivational Monday, I should say. I wanted it to be about, just loving life and not only loving life, but as a human being, embracing who we are with flaws and all. I'm human and I'm not perfect. And you might watch this video and you might be like, wow, this guy's like really rad. He's really awesome. And he sounds super happy all the time. But the truth is I'm a human. And I'm not. I get sad, I get mad, I get angry, I get frustrated. I feel all of the emotions that you do. But we're not any different. We shouldn't think that we're less than what we really are only because we come with flaws. God loves us no matter what. God loves us for the person that we are. He knows that we're this way. He already knows it. You know what I mean? Like he knows what's going to happen 20 minutes from now. He knows what's going to happen an hour from now. He has your life planned out. All he wants you to do is he wants to see if you really have what it takes mentally, emotionally, and maybe even physically to go through all these obstacles and to know that God is with you and to love him. To love him the way that he loves you, unconditionally. He accepts you and I with flaws and all. Why not give him that? Why not give him that same love back? Why not wake up every day and say, not only am I going to love and embrace God, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be the best version of myself that I can be. Because I know that just by doing one act of kindness, one, even small, one small act of kindness, I know it's going to make a difference in someone's life. I wanted to share, I went to the DMV one day, and I needed to do some stuff there, so I'm waiting in line. I was outside, and I see this elderly couple, and they were walking up, and the lady had a walker, and the guy had a walking stick, and the guy was kind of shaking. He was kind of trembling, and I noticed that they were going to eventually need help once they got to the sidewalk. And the guy almost tripped over his walking stick or cane, whatever you want to call it, and I felt really bad. So I went over there. I lost my spot in line, which was not a big deal. And I didn't care about the spot because I knew that God would provide. And I helped those people not only get up to the sidewalk, but once it was time for them to go into the actual building of the DMV, I made sure that they got in safely and that the door wouldn't hit them. Everybody else was walking past us. Seriously, everybody was. They didn't even care that we were there, struggling at the door. They were pushing us. They were trying to push the door as wide as they could, and trying to like walk in, like not even walking in. They were acting like maniacs. It was like a jungle up in there. And it really disappointed me, because a lot of people these days only focus in what they need to do. We as humans, and I'm guilty of it as well. I mean, it's happened to me, but to have to get to that point where you're so wrapped up in your own life, to not even care about another human being struggling, that doesn't even have the strength, literally doesn't have the strength to open a door. Something as simple as opening a door. But for them, it's an obstacle. And I know that there aren't going to be people every day that are going to help them. They might struggle. But at least in that moment, at least I hope I did. Hopefully I made a difference. Hopefully, I was able to help them out, and, they were able to get through their day a little bit easier than they would have the day before or the next day, or even an hour from that point forward. Maybe after leaving the DMV, they would want to go out to lunch, enjoy each other's company. And all of a sudden, they have to walk into that restaurant. And who's going to open the door for them there? Hopefully somebody did. But it's things like that we as humans, we don't think about. We don't think about it because, and I get it, because I've gone through things where, we could be in an emergency, and really you probably have a family member at your house that's passing away, and, California won't let you drive because your license is going to expire soon. So, that if you pass that up and you procrastinate, that you eventually, if you get pulled over, you'll get into legal trouble because of, not having a valid driver license. And I understand that. I understand that we also have to obey the law, and there's certain things like that, like at the DMV. Maybe there were people like that. Maybe there were people that, were also dealing with their own, situation. And I understand. I get it. I think that, we don't know anybody's life. We don't know their business or their story. And, those are all valid reasons why maybe somebody acts like that. But if we as individuals start changing that, imagine how incredible this world would be. Imagine how many people, how many people would make a difference. We would all make a change if we started acting that way. You know what I mean? Or at least try to. Sure, we might forget here and there, but if you really, really stick to it and say, you know what, I'm going to try to perform one small act of kindness a day, do it. Why not? What is it going to take away from you? You don't have to pay for it. It's not something that you're going to have to do, like you want to go to Disneyland, but you have to pay for that Disneyland ticket. You don't have to pay for a ticket to get to do this. You don't have to, drip sweat off your back. It really takes no effort. If you really think about it, we give more effort into not wanting to do something versus actually putting in that same effort to do something. As human beings, and I've been guilty of it, like I said, I am not perfect. But we as human beings, we have done things like, oh my God, I want to go to this concert. And we put so much effort into going to that one concert. But when it comes to our responsibilities and our daily lives and caring for other people and having that same motivation and that same drive to do something not only maybe for yourself, but for others, being selfless, not selfish. There's a difference. Selfless. If we did kind things to other people when we're out in public, imagine not only how you're going to feel inside, but there's going to be people that are going to be like, whoa, that was so awesome of you. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I was working at a local Target as a sales associate, And I was only a cashier just starting out. They're like, yeah, we're going to hire you. We're going to start you out. It's going to be great, Esteban. You have an amazing personality. We know that you're going to, succeed here. And one day I had a guest, as they say in Target, a guest come to my register. She purchased some stuff. She was an elderly woman, a senior citizen, and she bought a table. And it was like a patio table. And it wasn't super big, but it was, heavy enough and big enough to where she couldn't, take it to the car on her own and put it in her trunk. And she asked me, hey, would you mind helping me to my car? And my manager was standing right there because she was talking to me before this lady came up to me. I was about to take my lunch break. And so my manager was, going to shut my register off so I could go on my break. And I asked my manager, I was like, may I clock out now? And she was like, oh no, why don't you help her first? And I said, no, it's okay. I mean, I want to do something, but I want to do it, knowing that I'm not getting paid for it because I'm not doing it for the money. I want to help her because I want to help her. And my manager was like, oh no, like, don't be silly. She was laughing. She's like, Esteban, don't be silly. Like, just go ahead and, take the patio table to to her car and come back and clock out. Don't be silly. And, eventually, I didn't really want to cause too much, stress into the situation. So I did. I went, helped her and came back and, and then I clocked out, but the moral of the story isn't that I, clocked in or clocked out. It's the fact that I wanted to do something for her because I know that one day I'm eventually going to be in that same position. I'm going to be at Target. I'm going to be buying something that I'm not going to carry. I could go tomorrow and buy a patio table. Lord knows I'm going to drop that thing on my feet. Then I'm not even going to be able to walk. I'm going to need a wheelchair. Then I really can't get carry a patio table to my car. You know what I mean? Like, so we have to think about those things. One of these days we're going to grow old and we're going to get to that point. So in that moment, I wanted to help her out because I knew that it was the right thing to do. I have a bracelet and it says WWJD. I want to show you guys with the question mark. And it basically stands for what would Jesus do? And that was one of those moments for me. What would Jesus do in this moment? He'd help this woman. So I did. And I came back and I had the best break ever knowing that lady was super happy. And she actually gave me a $50 tip. She had a beautiful brand new Mercedes car and I didn't know she had money. She was super proud of what I did. She said that I was such a polite young man that wanted to help her out. And she said she wanted to help me out because, when I was checking her out, she was like, hey, how's your day going so far? And I told her, actually, I'm going to go get a car today. And she was like, wow, congratulations. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go get it at the dealer. And, we chatted and stuff like that. And she was like, oh, well, good luck with your car situation. And then when she realized, oh, I need help. After she gave me that money, she's like, here, I want you to be able to fill up your tank when you buy your car. Your first gallon of, your first gas purchase, I want it to be on me because you really helped me out today. And I really couldn't have done this without you because, my family's coming over from out of state and I want a nice patio table for my backyard because, my grandchildren love swimming in my pool. And I love having my family over and, we're going to have my son-in-law, barbecue and, we're just going to have a great time and enjoy the beautiful sun. It was, it was like a few summers back and, and they just wanted to enjoy, summer. And the family was over, on their summer vacation with their grandma and their grandpa. And it was such a great thing. And it really was no sweat off my back to help. But the moral of, and the point of all of this, I'm not trying to ramble, but the whole point of this is that us as human beings, we need to start doing stuff like that. Maybe you already are, and great for you. I'm so happy that you get to do that. But we need to encourage our family and our friends to do the same. We're all different, there Heck, there might even be some Scrooges in this world, right? Not one.